Hello and good morning, you all. My name is Chandrasekhar Dhamande, and in today's class, we are going to talk something about speaking, group discussion, and other kind of communication. So let's start. So we have a topic here, and that is shopping. First of all, we'll just do reading here, and the topic that we are taking today is shopping. As you know that shopping is something that we do every day in our life. We need to do shopping every day in our lives, and it is a kind of action without which we can't do anything. We need so many things and we need to purchase them, and when we purchase something, it helps us make our life comfortable, and it can help us in many ways, as we are human being and we need so many things in our lives, and shopping helps us getting those things in our lives. So I'm going to read it for you right now. I'm going to read it for you. Just see them, and I'll give you a chance to read it out after some time. Okay. So the first line says, I wish a very good morning to all of you. When you go on a stage or when you have to speak in any public place, then you need to wish that particular person. And greeting a person is necessary, essential, it is important. And whenever you are in public place, you should greet the person in any possible way. Either you can say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, looking at the time. When you have to wish someone before 12 o'clock in the morning, means before 12 noon, so you should wish them good morning. And from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, you should wish them good afternoon. And after 5 o'clock, you should wish them good evening. When we meet someone, we wish them good morning, afternoon, or evening. And when we say goodbye, at that time, you can say, have a nice day. Have a nice day. Or you can just say, have a nice time. So while leaving the place, we should not say good morning and all. Okay, we use this particular phrase at the time of meeting someone. When we take someone's leave, then that time say we can say have a nice day. That particular thing we should speak over there. So let's come to the topic. The topic is, we'll take this topic right now. There is something that we do on a daily basis in our lives. It means in our lives, we do something every day. We need to do it every single day. The simple act of buying and selling. If you are buying something, that means that someone is selling it. Definitely, if you are buying something, definitely, then someone is there who's selling it. If someone is not selling it, how could you buy it? This is done each day, but there are times there is ifs and buts in that sentence as well, right? So when we make small purchases at a time, we make a big purchases. Means there are some things that we buy on daily basis like groceries, vegetables, milk, bread, and all these things. Okay. But on the other hand, we make small purchase, and at times we make big purchases. We might buy just the essentials, the things that we need to get our daily started, and sometimes we might buy clothes in lots to wear at functions or occasions in future. So if there is a marriage ceremony or a birthday celebration or a new year or any of the festivals, then definitely we purchase so many clothes, lots of clothes we need to purchase at that time. Let's move on to the next paragraph. And this paragraph will say something else. There are many places where you can shop. In the city, people usually buy everything in a supermarket. In a supermarket, you get everything at one place, so you do not have to travel for long distances only to buy a thing or two. People want to save time, and that's why they shop in a supermarket where they get special discounts and offers when they buy things in bulk. So supermarket is a place which is generally available in city areas, and you can purchase so many things at one place under one roof, from clothing to groceries to utensils. So you just name the things, and that is available in a supermarket. Some supermarkets are spread in thousands of thousands of square feet areas. And if a person who has never been to a supermarket and if he visits over there, then definitely he would be amazed, mesmerized, and he would be wondered at what kind of place he has visited over there. So we need to visit supermarket if we want to purchase something. And there are some advantages and disadvantages of shopping at the supermarket. Okay. The advantage is that you get everything at one stop, and the disadvantage is that you don't get to bargain over there when someone does shopping. So it's a different fun of bargaining. But if someone doesn't bargain, it means they can't enjoy their shopping at that particular place. Now, let's go ahead and read the other paragraph here. On the other hand, when we buy things in a supermarket, we have the option of bargaining. We have when we buy things in a market, not in a supermarket, in a local traditional market, we have the option of bargaining. There is no fixed price in the market as the supermarket. In a supermarket, everything has a particular price and the tag is written over there. You have to just take a decision whether to buy it or not. No one is going to convince you, no one is going to force you, or even a salesperson is there, he's just there to help you out. Suppose you buy cloth something, and if you're not getting clothes to be fit on you, so you can ask that particular person to provide you something, right? That exactly you have to do. But if you do shopping at a normal market, then the shopkeeper convince you if you want something, and if that thing is not available, even then they just try to convince you to buy the things that is available in that shop only. So both have its pros and cons, you can say that. So you can bargain with the vendor and buy anything at the price that you bargain at skillfully. Okay, so bargaining is a skill that everyone does not possess. So it's a kind of skill which can be developed in course of time. This is the reason why we find a huge crowd in the market. Okay, when shopkeeper says you tell you a particular price and you just bargain and buy it on a price of your choice, so you get a sense of satisfaction. You have a sense of achieving something. It seems that you have achieved something over there, right? So it's a different fun of doing shopping there. Okay, now we are reading this last paragraph. Lastly, you have the local shop where you can buy limited things, but at a reasonable price. Even though we have many places to shop at, we should always buy what we need and not spend carelessly. Managing your budget is the only way to save money and maintain a stable economy in our houses. So right here we are talking about shopping, that what is shopping and what kind of fun you have while shopping and why we need to do shopping. Okay, so now we go ahead and we just have discussion on different topics, right? And let's change to the other part of screen over here, and I'll share a whiteboard with you guys, right? And we'll have discussion over there. if you don't mind. So now we are going to talk about mobile phone. Mobile phone is such a device that everyone uses these days, and merely a person is there who does not use mobile phone. So it has become an integral part of our life, right? Mobile phone. We can't make without it. We can't do without it. It has become very important thing in our life. So in today's class, we are going to discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of having mobile. Okay. So just choose the kind of content you want to discuss on. Whether you'll speak in favor of the uses of mobile phone, or we would speak that mobile phone is good or not according to you. What exactly do you think about mobile phone? I think that mobile phone is very good thing, and we should use mobile phone because it is such a device that makes your life easy. So now we're going to talk about the importance of mobile phone, right? So just take a minute and just think over it. So guys, we are going to talk about the uses of mobile phone and why it is an important part in the life. So let's talk about the pros and cons of this mobile phone. I'm going to speak about the pros of mobile phone. Mobiles have brought the world closer, and we can stay in touch with our loved ones no matter how long the distance is. So the first point is that on which we are going to share our opinion about the importance of mobile phone, and that's the world has become closer. There were times when people used to write letters to one another, and if you want to know about whereabouts of your beloved ones, your relatives, or even if the close family members, then you had very less options available. For the middle class people, having a phone means landline phone was a luxury, and they were not able to talk to someone easily, as well as it was very costly. If someone used to make a call, then they had to pay many rupees per minute. Okay, and having a landline phone was not easy earlier. So after the introduction of mobile phone to the world has become very close. We can say that the whole world has become a small village, and this particular concept is called globalization. The world has become globalized now. So the first advantage of having a mobile phone is that uh, mobile phones have brought the world closer, and we can stay in touch with our loved ones no matter how long the distance is. It means that maybe your friend is living somewhere in the distant city in India. You are in Delhi, and your friend is in suppose Mumbai. So you can have communication daily. You can make video calls, and you can talk to them, you can send text messages. So no matter how far they live, but you can keep in contact with them. Not only in India, but you can talk to someone who is abroad. If someone is living in America or Europe or anywhere in Australia, no matter wherever, even the astronauts who are in space, they can talk to their family on daily basis. How it is possible? Due to that mode of communication that is called mobile phone. So the first advantage of mobile phone is that you can talk to anyone anytime. Okay, come to the second point, and that tasks like booking a cab or movie tickets have been easier due to the constant use of mobile phone. Just think of the olden days when if you had to watch a movie, then what did we used to do? We used to go to the theater and just see, oh, there is a huge crowd today, and sometimes you have had to stand in a long queue for hours, or maybe you have to buy tickets in black. Okay, so now you can book tickets, railway tickets, flight tickets, bus tickets. You can book so many things. You can call a cab and can come to your doorstep. So how would it all be possible? It all would be possible just with the help of mobile phone. Okay, so the task like booking a cab or a movie ticket have become easier due to constant use of mobile phone, right? And the people who are old in age and who are not used to using this mobile phone, they may face a kind of difficulties while using them. But these days, they have also been learning it, and they ask their grandchildren to teach them to use this use of mobile phone, because it has become an integral part of your life. If you can't use mobile phone, that definitely you would get bored. What would you do throughout the day? Your mobile phone gives you liberty to take advantages of several services. Everything has now connected with your mobile phone. Like you can make online payments, you can deposit money or just transfer money from one account to other account, and so many things. So all it would be possible just because of use of mobile phones. So mobile phone has provided us with entertainment, with movies, videos, and music. Many people just blame those mobile users that they have always been busy with their mobile phones. So it's according to those who are not just using mobile phone, it may be a wrong habit to be with. But everyone knows that if you use a mobile phone, then only you can get entertained. There are OTT platform these days, YouTube channels are there, and you can simply listen to music by storing in your phone, or just you can go online, and there are so many platforms where you can hear music, you can watch movies, you can watch short videos, and not only entertainment, but people are on their mobile phone for learning purpose. Means they can learn a lot of things. If someone making video on YouTube on teaching several things, as you guys are the student of spoken English. So there are several platforms where you can talk to the person like you, and you can have communication with them. So how could it be possible? It could be possible with the constant use of mobile phone only. Just move ahead to the next point, and that is office work can be maintained. If you have to say someone that how can you use mobile phone, so that's next point, that office work can be maintained with the help of mobile phones too, with the use of certain applications. After the entrance of this pandemic to the world, we know that people avoid going to their workplaces if it is not compulsory and necessary. Then you can work at home. Now, all the people cannot afford a laptop or a computer device, so they are working on their mobile phone. They give instruction, take instructions, they attend online meetings on several applications. and you can maintain your accounts, the use of your money related issues, all it is possible just because of mobile phone, right? Just move to the next and last points that we are going to speak in favor of the use of mobile phone, and that is mobile banking. Mobile banking, withdrawal of cash, and net banking with the help of UPI and other online payment system have made banking easy. Uh, if you just go in flashback and see what was the banking system 20 years back or even 10 years back, even if you have to deposit 100 rupees or withdraw it, then you need to go to the bank. Okay, so there used to be a huge lines in banks earlier, but now the time has changed, and your mobile phone helps you to connect with banking system. A UPI system is that there where you can get so many facilities, and you can withdraw money, you can deposit money, and your mobile phone is your wallet these days. Okay, our honorable Prime Minister once has given a slogan that "Mera mobile, mera batua." Means you can keep as you keep money in your wallet, your batua, you can keep all that amount in your mobile phone as well. So how could it be possible? Could it be possible because mobile phone has become an integral part of our life? Okay. So we have talked a lot about the advantages of mobile phone. Now let's talk about the disadvantages of mobile phone, and they are no less than the advantages that we have just been discussing for long. Mobile phone is also causing harm in our life. Okay, and it's very difficult to keep yourself away from the constant use of mobile phone. So let's talk about the disadvantages of mobile phone. I'm going to put some points before you so that you can just see them and you can speak on that. Here we go. So guys, now we are going to talk about the disadvantages of having a mobile phone. Not having a mobile phone, but being in constant touch of mobile phone. Cons, so it is not written here. Let me write it here. Cons of using mobile phones. Okay, let's start. Let's start. So guys, what can you say? What are the disadvantages of using a mobile phone? Let's read the point first and then elaborate them in detail. Mobiles have increased the amount of time we waste. People are glued to their screens and are procrastinating due to these phones. A nice word is used here. Procrastination. Procrastination. In Hindi, you would say tal matol karna, right? And if you are glued to something, glue is adhesive that we use to just stick to papers or anything else. So mobiles have increased the amount of time we waste. It's true. It's true. I completely agree on that note. That earlier people used to have a lot of time. They used to spend this time with their family members. We may say that we have come closer to each other in the world. We are living one place or another. But the fact is that people are not talking to their own family members these days. In a particular room or a hall of a house, 10 family members are sitting and each of them have their own mobile phone and they are not talking to one another. Okay, people are wasting their time. They are watching the facts that are absolutely worthless to them. Okay. So what's the use of knowing that which is the biggest animal in the world if you have nothing to do with them? People are watching uh, uh, worthless videos on the name of entertainment. People are making anything. And if we keep watching them, we just waste our time, they do nothing else. And as we waste our precious time watching mobile phones, so then we make excuses that I don't have time. We make procrastination. So these phones are responsible to waste your time. So that is one of the drawbacks of using this mobile phone. Second point is that limited physical activity, since you can sit. I'm reading here, as you can limited physical activity, since you can just sit in one place and bail out on going out, which increases laziness. Completely. People have gone lazy these days. They don't like to do any physical activity. As we have talked earlier, that mobile phone has connected you with all the facility. If you want to book a ticket, you can book it online, just lying down on your bed, and you can book anything. Earlier, you used to go to railway station to book a ticket. You used to go movie theater to book your movie tickets. You used to go to your gas agency to book your LPG cylinder. But now everything is done on your fingertip. So people are getting lazy. Their weight is increasing. They are being obese. Obesity has become a problem because this mobile phone has made them lazy. Not only lazy, but I would say they have become lethargic these days. So their laziness has has been increasing day by day, and it negatively impact it negatively impacts their health. When you keep sitting at one place, do not do much physical activity, so what happens? You suffer from several kind of diseases. So this is one of the biggest drawbacks of using mobile phone. Come to the next point, and it says that mobile phones come up with ever so changing social media platforms that have spiked the number of cyber crimes, since there is very low privacy online. Yes, especially children and teenagers are suffering from cyberbullying. Cyberbullying is one of the kind of bullying. You call it ragging, na? In college when someone go. So the seniors or the super people just try to make you inferior, and they compel you to do some humiliating task. So this mobile phone is also increasing that kind of cyber crimes, in which they just compel the particular user, especially teens and children, to do something. And your money is not safe, as you have connected everything with the mobile phone. So fraudulent calls come to you, and there are many lenient people who don't understand this fraudulent people, and they just trap them in uh, their convincing communication, and just rob them with their money. So it is possible with the help of mobile phone only. Earlier, if someone wanted to rob you, then he would have to come up to you, he would have to approach you, and just to scare you. Then only someone can take your money in the past. But today, the criminal is sitting at his home. You are sitting in your house, and just he would use his not intellectual, but their tricky tricks, and they can take your money. And thousands of people, I would say lakhs of people, are being robbed with their on with the help of their mobile phones. So economically it is an unsafe device, although as the technology is growing, the safety measurements have been also growing, but at the end we would say that they are not safe. Okay, come to the next point, and that is social anxiety and uh, other psychological issues have been increasing due to peer pressure found on social media. There is a point to be noted, my lord. Peer pressure. What is this? Peer is there and pressure is here. So peer pressure, you understand pressure. What is pressure? There are physical, mental pressure. Pressure is a word, somehow it is related with the physics. But what is this peer pressure? See, peer is someone who is of your rank. Means someone, if you are a student, then other students are your peers. If you are an employee in a company, then other employees are your peer. If you are a business person, then other business persons are your peer. If you are simply a housewife, then other housewives are your peers. If you are a child, then other children are your peers. If you are servant somewhere, so other servant are your peers. Means someone is of your rank is your peer. So peer pressures found on social media, social anxiety and other psychological issues have been increasing. People are become psych. They are suffering from depression. This anxiety has been increasing day by day. Anxiety means bechani. People are being bechained day by day. What to do with this? It's not easy to cope up with this anxiety and other kind of problems due to use of social media. People are running after likes and comments, and they want other people to like their status, like their photos. If you make videos, every now and then we get to learn that to make a beautiful and special selfie, people are going to the place which are not safe, which are dangerous. They are going on the cliff of a small mountain, or at the dangerous place on a building somewhere. They are going on terrace, and some people are going on railway track, and they are trying to take their picture so that it looks amazing. So just because get some attention from their peers, they are taking these risky steps. So people are psychologically tensed, and it is very difficult for them to maintain all these things. And it all became possible with the help of this mobile phone. All the blame goes to it. No one can deny this particular impact of mobile phone on your life. Let's come to the next last point, and what with exceeding uses of mobile phone, they are also very priced and cost up to 1 lakh for some branded phones, which in turn has increased the money wastage among people. That's a fact. That's a fact. You might have heard that people are ready to sell their one of their kidneys so that they can buy a luxurious mobile phone. And this phone worth rupees 1 lakh has a same feature as other mobile phone that you can easily buy in just 20,000 rupees. But people want to show that particular Apple. And that's amazing thing. That's amazing things. And people are wasting their hard-earned money on buying mobile phone. And the fact is that every next day there is a new mobile brand in market, or a new kind of set is there in the market. What do we say? Model, a new model is being launched every next day. If someone is super rich, even then they can can't afford this every new brand. So, as we are talking about the excessive of use of mobile phone, not even excessive, even if you use your mobile phone for a shorter period, then it creates some health related issues in you. So you need to be aware. There are pros and cons both of using mobile phone or any other device. You need to be aware that what are the pros of using mobile phone, how it is helpful. And on the other hand, we must not forget that there are some pro cons of using this mobile phone. So don't forget that mobile phones are made for you so that you can make your life easy. You can use it for your betterment. You can use it for growing your status. You can use it for making your life easy and comfortable. But if you have become the slave of this mobile phone, then definitely that is an alarming situation you must take care of. And if you don't keep a watch on the uses of this mobile phone, then definitely it is going to harm in many ways. So, dear friends, we have been talking about the use of mobile phone, and this is our discussion. So let's talk about the other topic that we may take in the next class. What is that? Let me give you. And tomorrow you need to prepare on this particular topic. I'm giving you some pros and cons of eating out and eating at home. Right? Just have a glance on these points, and then we'll talk. Just have a glance. Fantastic. So this is a topic for tomorrow. I'm giving you these points. You have to prepare notes on that. And on the basis of what is written here, you have to speak something on this particular topic. So the topic says eating at home or at restaurant. What is good? Whether we should eat at home or at restaurant. Definitely we eat at home every day. There is a home, there is a kitchen, an important part in a house that is called kitchen. And we eat over there. We drink over there and we take a rest over there. House has all the facility available. The best place in the world is your house. No matter you go and visit the whole world, you visit all the 200, more than 200 countries in the world, but you find relax only at your home. So don't forget that home is very important, but it's a different fun of eating out. The topic says, which is better, to eat at home or to eat out? So let's see what are the pros of eating at home, right? The first point says that if you eat at home, then it is more comfortable. The most comfortable place in the world is your home, no doubt. So eating at home is more comfortable. The second point says you don't have to dress up to go out. Definitely. When it comes to going to a restaurant, then we are the best dress available in our wardrobe. But if you eat at home, you can just have your casuals or even your lowers, and you can eat food with that comfort. It is cheaper, no doubt, if you prepare food at home. It would be much cheaper in comparison to eating out. It is healthier, of course. We use only healthy things for cooking. We don't eat anything that is adulterated. You know what you are eating, of course. If you are eating out, what is being served there? What were the ingredients in that particular dish? You don't know. You never know. Prepared by you in a clean environment, is in a very hygienic environment. You can eat as much as you want. Definitely. If you are eating at home, you can eat as much as you want. Okay. 2 chapatis or 4, just you decide. Now, what are the cons? Means what are the disadvantages of eating at home? You have to cook. And cooking food is a lengthy process. So if you cook fast, it will become fast food and you can't enjoy, it can't be said homemade food. You have to clean up and do the dishes. Definitely. Cooking food is a lengthy and messy process. And cooking is not that difficult as cleaning up your kitchen and the dishes. Doing dishes is something I don't think that someone likes it. Washing clothes may be liked by someone. Cleaning house may be an interesting task for some people. But doing dishes, it is something nobody likes. It's boring, no doubt. Third point says that it's boring. There is no time to talk to your friends. Yes, why do we go to restaurant to talk with the friends? But if you are doing it home itself, then we barely have time to talk with our friends. It is time consuming. Of course, of course. You just eat your food in no more than half an hour, but it takes 2 hours to prepare your food. Use your own means of cooking. Definitely, definitely. You have to put all your means for cooking food. So what are the pros of cooking food at restaurant? Not cooking, sorry, was slip of my tongue. Eating food at restaurant. It is more fun. Yes, everyone likes, even a child likes to go out and eat there. We can meet friends. We can call someone, oh, I am at that particular restaurant. Please come up and meet. Let's have a fun. It is efficient. You don't have to buy groceries beforehand to cook. More practical. Cooking food is more practical. And you do not have to clean up afterwards. And after that, you don't have to do anything. Just go order your dish and just the dish would be there on your table. Just enjoy it, have fun, share jokes, share memories, meet with your friends, and that all we do at restaurant. Now, there are some cons as well. Even if you are eating in a restaurant, it has some points to be taken care of. So what are the cons of eating at restaurant? It is more expensive. You have to wait until the order comes. Sometimes you feel hungry and you want to eat something, but it takes like half an hour for your order to be on your table. If you go to a good restaurant, the quality of food is unknown. I won't say not good, but it is unknown. You don't know what kind of oil is there, what kind of ingredients were there, whether it is a stale food, just they made it hot and just served to you. You can't say anything. Okay. And there is too much noise. When you go to restaurant, everyone is saying ha 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 and sharing jokes. So sometimes you can't listen to the person you go with. So that's why. And there is smoke in the air at times. There are some people who are smokers and they go. So this is your topic for tomorrow, dear. You have to prepare on that topic and see you tomorrow, right? I say you. Bye. So this is Shekhar. In today's class, we have discussed about topics. I have given a topic to you. Now it's your turn to speak tomorrow. Till then, bye-bye.